from Bashar's perspective, every single emotion you have can only exist because you have a definition or a belief that exists first that you believe to be true. Mm-hmm. You can't have a feeling, from his perspective, without having a belief first, without defining something to be true. Mm-hmm. So if you have a certain feeling, like fear or anxiety, he's basically saying if you're willing to discover what's causing that, all you really need to do is ask yourself a simple question and start some honest investigation within yourself, which is, what would I have to believe is true about myself in relation to this situation in order to feel this way? Mm-hmm. And if you're willing to discover what those beliefs are, once you identify it, mm-hmm. any belief that's truly out of alignment with your true positive self will appear to be illogical and nonsensical mm-hmm. because it doesn't actually belong to you. Mm-hmm. You probably picked it up from your parents, your friends, your society growing up. And since it belongs to someone else, it will not feel right once you identify it. Mm-hmm. And once you realize it's illogical and doesn't belong to you, you'll automatically drop it.
I think it's a psychological concept of once you understand why you have fear,
right,
then you can beat the fear.
Well, yeah, you transform it. Right. I mean, you use it in a positive way. I mean, fear, in a sense, is your friend because fear is a messenger knocking on your door saying, hey, you have a belief that's out of alignment with your true self. That's why you're feeling your energy this way.
I think fear is basically just not being able to accept your own power.
Yes.
Not being able to accept that, like, okay, I don't have to be a victim.
It's resistance to your natural self.
Right. This is something that Bashar said, you must simply remember in everything that we discuss that your outer physical reality is not outer, it is inner. It is just a reflection of you at any given moment, individually and collectively.
Yeah, he often likens physical reality literally to a glass mirror. Mm-hmm. So he's basically saying if you want to see a change in your outer reality, you really have to change yourself first because mm-hmm. it is just a reflection. And it would be in a sense kind of silly in the same way that if you look at your reflection in a mirror and you see the reflection frowning, well, you don't go over to the mirror and try to make the reflection mm-hmm. smile. The only way that reflection is going to smile is if you smile first. Mm-hmm. But people often wait for the physical reflection mm-hmm. to change before they're willing to change, mm-hmm. and it never works because you can't wait for the reflection to change mm-hmm. before you do. It just doesn't work that way.
Let's go to one more clip.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, again, there is no just one world. You are constantly shifting to different parallel realities. So whatever vibrational state you choose to be in is going to ultimately be the parallel Earth you will experience. If you keep focusing on the idea of those who are trying to control and focusing on the ideas of fear, that will be the kind of world you will experience. But at the very same time, the people that focus on the idea of self-empowerment will ultimately, at the same time, experience another parallel Earth where no such people exist.